If I want to start a SaaS in 2026 from absolute zero, no audience, no funding, no brand, here's exactly what I do. And most of it is the opposite of what YouTube and Twitter will tell you. I wouldn't raise money first. I wouldn't hire a dev team. And I definitely wouldn't spend 12 months building in stealth mode, because in 2026, building software is actually easy. Building something people will actually pay for, that's the hard part. So in this video, I'm breaking down the exact roadmap I'd follow from zero to first paying customers to a real growth engine. No fluff, no theory, just what works. Let's start with the move almost everybody skips. Most founders fall in love with ideas. Winning founders fall in love with painful problems. If I were starting from zero in 2026, I would not write a single line of code until I'd spoken to at least 50 potential customers. Wow, that sounds cool. I mean, real conversations with people who could actually pay. And the goal wouldn't be feedback. The goal would be this: would they pay for it before it exists? Because validation isn't someone saying, yeah, I'd use that. Validation is someone saying, here's my card. And the questions are actually very simple. Do you clearly understand the problem? Are you actively experiencing it? How are you solving it today? What's that costing you? If I solve this tomorrow, would you pay for it? What would have to be true for you to switch? That's it. And quick question for you: if you are starting a SaaS today, what niche would you target? Drop it in the comments down below. I'll personally reply and tell you how I'd validate it, because here's where everyone messes up next. They validate the problem and then they overbuild the solution. Here's the part no one wants to hear in 2026. AI, yes, makes building software ridiculously easy, which means building is no longer your advantage. Everyone can spin up an app. Everyone can vibe code an MVP. Everyone can automate. So speed of development, that's not rare anymore. Customer intimacy is. If I validated a painful problem, I would build the ugliest, simplest version possible, and I'd ship it in 30 to 45 days max. No fancy UI or big dashboards, no phase 2 features, just one core simple outcome. And here's the key: I actually manually fulfill as much of it as possible. Manual onboarding, manual follow-ups and reporting, manual setup. Why would I do that? Because when you do things manually, you stay insanely close to the customer and the clients. You see the friction, you hear their objections, you understand the emotional triggers. That's where the real product gets shaped. Automation should amplify something that already works. It should never be used to hide something that doesn't. Even with Reviewly, the focus wasn't let's build the most complex AI system. It was one simple outcome: increase the Google review velocity. Google accounts for roughly 75% of all reviews. So we obsessed over that single channel. We validated SMS because texts get read about 96% within the first few minutes. One clear outcome, one dominant channel, then scale. That's the formula. In 2026, your edge isn't building faster, it's learning faster. And manual forces learning. Now, once you've delivered that outcome consistently, then you look for something very specific: real product to market fit. Now, here's where most founders lie to themselves. They think product to market fit means people like it, or users are signing up, we're getting more traffic. That's not product to market fit. Real product to market fit has 3 signals. And if I didn't have all 3, I would not scale. Signal number 1, you're getting at least one referral per week from paying customers. Not because you asked, because they told someone. Signal number 2. If you shut the product down tomorrow, customers would genuinely be upset. Not mildly inconvenienced, but upset. Signal number 3, you're seeing organic inbound without running paid ads. People are finding you, talking about you, mentioning you. That's when you know the problem is painful enough and your solution is strong enough. Until then, you don't scale, you don't hire, you don't raise, you refine. Because growth doesn't fix weak product to market fit. It just accelerates failure. But once those 3 signals are happening consistently, you now build the engine. And in 2026, that engine looks very different than what it did 5 years ago. Once product to market fit is real, now you build distribution. Because in 2026, product is not king, distribution is. If I were starting from zero, I would immediately build a founder-led authority engine. Minimum 3 posts per week, no excuses. And I'd focus on 3 content pillars. Number 1, building in public. Share the journey, wins, losses, revenue milestones, mistakes. Number 2, the future of the industry. Where is the space going? What's broken? What's outdated? Number 3, contrarian takes. What do you believe that most people disagree with? Why this works is simple. When you reach out to someone later, you're not cold. They've seen you, they recognize your name, they formed an opinion. Trust compounds in public. And SaaS in 2026 is a trust game. People, before they buy your tool, they'll Google you, they'll check your content, they look for proof. That's why reputation and visible social proof matter more now than ever. You can build the best software in the world, but if you look invisible online, you lose to the louder competitor. Authority is an ego, it's leverage. And once you have authority building daily, now you combine it with something even more powerful, a simple 3-channel scale system. Once product to market fit is real, here's exactly how I'd scale in 2026. 3 channels, that is it. And it's exactly what we're doing right now. It's content, direct outreach, retargeting. Most founders try one of these and wonder why growth stalls. Content alone, too slow. Cold outreach alone, low trust. Retargeting alone, no new traffic. But together, they compound. Here's how that works. Content builds familiarity. You post consistently. You show your thinking. You demonstrate expertise. Over time, people feel like they know you. Then outreach starts conversations. No spam blasts, not random lists, targeted outreach to your ideal customer profile, your ICP or avatar. People who engaged with your content, people who visited your website. And when they've already seen your name before, response rates skyrocket. Finally, retargeting keeps you visible. Simple ads, founder style, direct, clear, not polished corporate stuff. Just you explaining who it's for, what problem it solves, why it matters, how to get started. Multiple touch points create inevitability. They see your post, they get your message, then they see your ad. Now you are familiar, and familiarity reduces or even completely removes friction. This is how you get your first 100. And this is how you push towards your first 1,000. But there's one mistake that kills momentum right here. Here's the mistake that kills most SaaS companies. They try to scale before the foundation is solid. They start running ads before referrals are happening. They hire sales before conversations are converting. They raise money to fix a product that hasn't earned the love yet. And growth does not fix broken foundations, it amplifies them. If your churn is high, scaling increases that churn. If your messaging is unclear, scaling spreads confusion. If your offer is weak, scaling burns cash faster. If I didn't have real product to market fit, referrals, retention, inbound, I would go back and fix that before touching scale every single time. Because once the foundation is solid, scaling becomes a mechanism. And that's when things get fun. If you're serious about building a SaaS the right way in 2026, I put something together for you. It's the exact blueprint I would personally use if I had to start all over. It's the 2026 SaaS launch playbook. Inside it, you'll get the 50 call validation framework, just like we talked about in this video. The exact discovery questions that I'd ask. I'll even give you a pre-sell script template and our 30-day manual MVP checklist, a product to market fit signal tracker, and a 90-day authority content plan. You also get the 10 customer pilot model and the roadmap to your first 100 users. No fluff, no motivational nonsense, just execution. If you want that, comment playbook down below and I'll send you the link for access, because the difference between people who talk about SaaS and the people who build SaaS is implementation. And if you're serious about building AI-driven businesses the right way, not hype, not shortcuts, but real systems, you should join us inside my Skool community. That's where we break this stuff down in real time. We look at validation, offers, authority building, AI workflows, growth systems. We test things, we refine things, and most importantly, we build. If that sounds like your type of room, go to agencystarterkit.com. It's for builders. If this video helped you, hit subscribe, smash the like button, and then drop your niche in the comments. If you comment playbook down below, we'll give you the link to the blueprint. And if I had to start a SaaS all over again in 2026, this is exactly how I do it. I know that because this is how we are using the playbook for our own business right now. I will see you in the next one or inside the community. Take care.